Hi guys, it's Savannah. So, I have been asking my followers on Instagram what kind of videos you guys wanted me to do next, just because I've noticed I've been doing a lot of repetitive videos that involved a lot of hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, just questions about that kind of stuff in general, and I wanted to do something different just so you guys don't get bored with my videos. So based on what you guys want, I decided to do my first Q&A for October. Pretty much what I'm going to do is once a month I'm just going to have a Q&A, which for this month is October Q&A. I'm just going to pick out as many questions as I can from Instagram. Right now, since this is going to be my first Q&A, I'm going to just be picking out 10 questions, and I'm going to be crediting the users who submitted the question right here when I start answering the questions. I'm just going to be asking for your questions for every month on Instagram rather than Twitter, just because Twitter isn't really my thing, and plus I'm not really on there a whole lot, so it'd be kind of pointless to just have Twitter to find all my questions. Plus I feel like not everybody uses Twitter or checks on their Twitter a lot, but mostly on Instagram. So every time I'm going to be asking for questions for next month's Q&A, just leave your questions below on the posted image on Instagram. So yeah, let's get to it, I guess. So our first question is, what are you going to be for Halloween? I was kind of conflicted between choosing what costumes I wanted to do for Halloween, just because there is an event I'm going to before Halloween, and the theme is anime, and so I was trying to pick between some really good characters I could portray as. I was trying to figure out between one of the Sailor Scouts, Hatsune Miku, there was Jinx from League of Legends, but I ended up wanting to dress up or cosplay as Jinx just because I know a lot of people favor the Sailor Scouts and Hatsune Miku, so I wanted to do that. Plus I do love playing League of Legends, and Jinx is one of my favorite champions. So I do have my costume and everything, and I'm currently with my boyfriend building a fishbone, which we're probably going to do a video about that, like a get ready with me for my cosplay, so we'll have to tune into that. But yeah, I am going to be dressing up as Jinx for Halloween. What do you plan on doing when you're done with college? Just to clarify, the reason why I haven't been doing any of my videos recently is because I finished doing school, or I finished attending school about a week and a half, so I am done with college. I am now considered a professional photographer, I guess, because I have gotten my certificate and whatnot. To answer that question, now that I'm out of college, for now I'm currently just back at home, and I'm looking for a job that fits my field, which is photography. I do enjoy doing portraiture, art photography. I almost dropped my phone. But I enjoy fashion photography, maternity photos, the list goes on. I guess I'd be considered a freelance photographer because I love doing anything. When and why did you decide to dye your hair? Okay, well, I was about 8 or 9 years old, I suppose, when I first dyed my hair. I'd say that was 5th grade, I think, maybe, or 4th grade. I can't remember. It's around that time, but the first time I dyed my hair was at the time, and it was just blonde. I'm naturally a brunette, but I wanted blonde hair, basically. So I had that, and then in 6th grade I decided to get purple hair, which I did for a while but kind of turned into a disaster. So from then on I was just constantly dyeing my hair. It was mostly just natural colors until I'd say I was 19 is when I started doing the unnatural crazy colors such as the turquoise and the pastel hair. If you didn't become a photographer, what do you think you'd be doing instead? Well, if I wasn't a photographer, I would consider just working at animal shelters or becoming a veterinarian. I know that takes a lot of time, but as some people know, I am a huge animal lover. Before I started taking pictures, I attended majority of the animal shelters that were in my area, and I didn't get paid for it just because I wasn't there for the money, but I was just there just to help and take care of the animals and just cuddle with them all day long. What are some of the places you love to shop at? Well, I can pretty much sum that up real quick just because I kind of been going to the same places for a few years. But I do shop at Urban Outfitters, PacSun, Tilly's, Hot Topic, Journeys, H&M. I also shop at H&M just because I got this shirt from here for like $2. And who doesn't want a crop top with a cat on it? Like, come on, seriously. I also don't want to forget about Forever 21. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Because they have amazing sales. So I do love shopping there with all these other shops I go to. Why do white people like Carrot Top? I am white and he terrifies me. Yeah, he terrifies me. Maybe excuse me, I am prone to not pronouncing things correctly today, so you're gonna have to excuse me on that. I would say 16-year-old seeing Kid Savannah would probably get a kick out of Carrot Top because any random word that was said to me at that time I thought was hilarious for some reason. Like, I don't know, anything was funny and I thought it was completely random and I smelled like hairspray all the time. For Halloween's sake, worst fear. I'd say my worst fear was just getting murdered. Like, I remembered having this really, for the love of God. Yeah, that was my phone again. Oh my god, I'm so terrible at this Q&A, God help me. My worst fear is getting murdered because in this dream I had about 5 years ago, I had this really terrifying dream where this guy in a clown suit was out to murder me. Like, it was apocalypse, dead people, zombified, you know, all that cliche stuff. And I was being chased by this psychotic dude that was like really muscular but was wearing a clown suit. And yeah, it was like really scary because everything was like red and there was like bodies everywhere. And all my friends were dead. And you know, I'm screaming around just like, but yeah, I ended up getting killed, like, violently. So yeah, I don't want to be killed. That's my fear. Will you ever get a new hairstyle or hair color anytime soon? That is not determined, my friends. This is a spontaneous thing. I only do it when I feel like it's time for it. Right now, my hair is kind of taking a break just because I do like this color right now. So I am not planning on doing any colors anytime soon. What's your favorite makeup brand? I have to say that my favorites has to be L'Oreal because of their mascara. I freaking love their mascara. Revlon, I use their liquid liner. Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow kit. I also use what is it? Maybelline's BB cream. I just started using that and that's like freaking awesome. Would you ever go back to your old hair? That question wasn't really specific, so I'm not sure whether you mean like my turquoise hair with the side fringe or the fox hair with the side fringe. I don't know, but either way, that particular hairstyle I am never going to get again. The reason why is I'm 20 years old, and when I was 20, when I still had this hairstyle, I had a lot of people come up to me and ask me what high school I was going to, how old was I looked like I was 16, even though I'm 4 years older than that. And I had like a lot of underage kids, boys coming up to me trying to hit on me, and no, that was just really creepy, and I just no. Who is the most influential person in your life and why? This is actually one of my favorite questions, just because I haven't really talked about that before, the social networking, but there are 2 people that are influential in my life, and the first one is Gerard Way, as a lot of people know from My Chemical, formerly the lead singer for My Chemical Romance. But reason why is because when I first started listening to him in middle school, there was this artistic similarity between him and I, and that was because I was bullied in school for a while for being different. Just wanting to exceed in something that you want to do and that was something I related to so much, and that's what he's still doing now, and that's what I'm still doing now. So he's considered one of the most influential people in my life. The second person I would consider influential in my life is a photographer called Annie Leibovitz, and I don't know if a lot of you know who she is. She's a world-renowned photographer who does a lot of pictures for celebrities such as Johnny Depp, Meryl Streep, Angelina Jolie, Anne Hathaway, the list goes on. She has done a lot. She's been doing this for years, and I love what she does because it's what I want to do. Her thing is wanting to add characteristics of that person into a photo. For example, with Johnny Depp, she wanted to interpret his alter ego, which is kind of like Jack Sparrow, so she wanted to give that mysterious pirate-like thing, and that's what I want to do with photography, is interpret characteristics and personality and character of someone into that picture, because it makes it so much more than just a picture. And I have so much respect for her because she does what she wants, she knows what she does, and she does not give a shit, because she knows what she's doing and she knows who she is and she's got everything down pat, and I have so much respect for people like that, especially when they keep doing what they do and what they enjoy. So that pretty much concludes the first Q&A, October Q&A. So I'd just like to say thank you guys who submitted your questions. I really had fun going through them and picking out my first 10 questions. Again, next month I'm going to be asking for questions for the next Q&A, so feel free to ask any questions. Try not to make it too weird or uncomfortable and or creepy. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you have any questions or whatever, or want to say anything, comment below, subscribe, I don't care. You can follow me on Tumblr and Instagram at LucidKitties. I tend to be on there a lot, so don't think you're not missing out on anything. And then Facebook link is below. Just to clarify with that, my personal Facebook account was removed due to being reported simultaneously for impersonating myself. I will not understand that, but unfortunately I could not get my personal account back. Therefore, my like page was removed as well, which was unfortunate because I was doing a lot with you guys on there, especially with communicating. So I had to open up another personal account and I had to make another like page. So the link below for my new like page is down below. Give it a like. I'd love to keep in contact with you guys and ask questions and have wonderful dandy conversations with you. So yeah, until next time, farewell.